Hello friends and welcome to Automuv India. So it's a nice breezy morning here in Palakkad, Ottapalam, Kerala. So I've been back to vlogging again, that is reviews again after a really long time. So this time the car I'm going to review is from an Indian brand, and the brand happens to be none other than Tata Motors. So which is the car? I have been waiting for it since quite a long time because it is no longer in production now and is discontinued. So it is quite a special car. Which is it? It is none other than the Tata Indica Vista. So starting off with the key, here we have a plain and simple key with the Tata logo. Now let's open the engine bay. So here is the engine bay. It is available in two engine options, petrol as well as a diesel. So this here is a quadrajet, that is a diesel engine. Now let's check about the power figures of the vehicle. So insulation is provided over here, and let's look into the engine. Here we have a quadrajet diesel engine, and first let's talk about the diesel engine. So this happens to be a 4-cylinder CRDI engine, and it is shared among other cars too, and it is a famous Fiat sourced engine. So it produces 75 bhp of power and 190 Newton meters of torque. So it is available with the petrol as well, and it produces 90 bhp of power and 116 Newton meters of torque. So the engine cover is done really well, and it is a really good engine. We have no problem. So now let's close the engine bay and head to the design of the vehicle. So before heading to the design, I have to share something. That is, this car is based on Tata's X1 platform, on which other cars like Bolt, Zest are based on. So even though this car is discontinued now, some parts of it still exist in the market even now. That is, we all know Tata's famous car. It was a massive hit when it was launched in the market. That is none other than the Tata Nexon. So it is based on this car because the first gen Nexon is based on the Tata's X1 platform, which is the same platform this car uses. So it still exists in the market, but the current gen Nexon or the latest gen Nexon has a completely different platform. So Nexon is a really great car because even this is a really great car. Starting off with the design, here we start with the headlamps. That is, here we have a normal halogen headlamps, no LEDs or any DRLs. Nice, clean, well designed headlamps. And coming to the grille, here we have a chrome strip, and here too we have chrome strips along with the Tata logo given in chrome. And moving on, below here we have a towing hook. And coming to the fog lamps over here, here we have a fog lamp housing but no fog lamps because this is a lower variant. The top variants get a proper fog lamp, which is a halogen unit of course, along with the chrome surround around it. And here we have a clean bumper designed very well. So that's about the front design. Next, let's move on to the side of the car. Now I am in the side of the vehicle. Let's start off with the wheels. So the tire size happens to be 175/65 R14, 14 inches steel wheel. So in the front we have disc brakes, and talking about the suspension, it has got an independent McPherson strut with coil springs in the front. And talking about the rear suspension, it has a semi-independent twist beam with coil spring. And in the rear we don't get a disc, it is a drum brake. Coming up, here we have a side turn indicator, and the A-pillar is finished in body color obviously, and this is the outside rear view mirror, which is manually adjustable internally. And as it is a lower variant, it is finished in black, unlike the top model which is finished in body color. And the B-pillar over here is finished in body color. We don't have any black tape. And the roof rails over here, or rather the roof rack, is an aftermarket option and it does not come factory fitted with the car. Also the rain visors. And talking about the door handles, we have a chrome finish, which is an aftermarket product. The door handles are black in color, factory fitted. And we have a keyhole too, just in case the battery goes down, you can use the key to unlock it. And let's check the build quality. As you can see, it's really strong because at the end of the day, it's a Tata car. And let's move to the rear. Again, chrome door handles, which is aftermarket. We have a rear quarter glass, and this is the C pillar, again finished in body color. So from the side to it is a decent design, really well done. And now let's move to the rear. Now I'm in the rear, let's check the rear design of the vehicle, starting off with the tail lamps. So here we have a long vertical tail lamp, which you may have seen in the Tata Indica, and these are not completely LED units. We have bulbs, and here we have a black strip which runs through, connecting both the tail lamps along with the Tata logo in chrome, and it says Tata over here in chrome again. Here we have a keyhole to open the boot, and here it says Indica Vista, and coming below here we have a reflector along with the towing hook. The bumper is finished in body color itself. Here it says LS, that is the variant name. And here we don't have any fake exhaust or anything. We have a real exhaust over here. So now I'm in the rear of the vehicle. So before that I have to introduce a person. This here is Karthi. So he'll be joining me for 1 or 2 scenes over here. So he's my neighbor here. So now let's open the boot and check the boot space of the vehicle. So will you open it for me? Great, thank you. So this is the boot space of the vehicle. The boot carrying capacity happens to be 232 liters, which is decent enough. You can carry almost all of your goods easily and travel for long distances. And here we don't have any light or anything as such. Probably there is a parcel tray because there is an housing given over here. And now let's check the spare wheel of the vehicle. So this is the spare wheel of the vehicle. It's a full size tire steel wheel, and back in those days there is nothing as such as like cost cutting or offering smaller space saver tires. It is now that car brands are doing all these stupid stuff. Now let's close the boot. So the boot is closed, and it's time for Karthi to leave now because he has to go to school. So thank you for joining me. See you later. So unfortunately or fortunately it has started to rain. Meanwhile, now I am in the rear seat of the Tata Indica Vista. Now let's check the space. Legroom, plenty. It's really comfortable. Under thigh support, awesome. Headroom, wonderful, fantastic. So here the inside door handles happen to be in black because it's a lower variant of course. And above we have a handle to hold on to. Coming over here, the power windows are not available because again it is a lower variant, so it has to be rolled up and down manually. Here we have a small door pocket which may or may not fit a 1 liter bottle. Probably a half liter bottle can fit in easily, and here we have a speaker. So I think 3 people can comfortably fit in over here, and the headrests happen to be fixed. As you can see, there are no adjustable headrests, and the center passenger does not get a headrest. And talking about the overall space over here, just look at the width of the seat. It's really very comfortable to sit back in here, and the under thigh support is really very good. And cars nowadays or the current sedans don't offer this much under thigh support. They have only the half of this one, or probably only this much, as you can see. So back in the days, Tata used to offer really very comfortable cars. Even now Tata offers really very comfortable cars. So this is how a car should be, or the rear seat should be, very comfortable. And just look at the space over here, it's really plenty. Probably a 6-foot passenger can easily sit in over here and travel for really long drives without any hassle. So that's the level of comfort this car offers, even though it is under 4 meters in length. So in the middle we have a small hump which may not be an issue for the center passenger. Next, let's see the dashboard of the vehicle and head to the front seat of the vehicle. So this is the dashboard of the vehicle. Really a decent design, it's really neat. We have 2 color tone, that is black on top and beige below. Next, let's head to the front driver seat of the vehicle. So right now I'm in the driver's seat of the Tata Indica Vista. Let's start off with the steering wheel. Here we have a basic and clean steering wheel with the Tata logo finished in black. No steering controls as such. And here behind we have two stocks. On the left side we have the stock for the wipers, and on the right side we have the stock for the headlamps. So here we have the keyhole on the right side, and on the driver's side there is no handle as such. And talking about the doors, here the internal door handles have been finished in black, and the outside rear view mirrors are internally adjustable, not electric but manually. Over here we have controls, and we also have a driver AC vent too. And the door handles over here feels very strong, feels very well put together. And we have two color tone theme, that is black above and beige below. And since it is a lower model, the front and the rear windows are adjustable manually, and we also have a door cup holder which may not fit a 1 liter bottle easily. We also have a speaker over here. So here we have an aftermarket unit over here, and behind that we have the inside rear view mirror, which is not auto dimming but should be manually adjusted. And over here we have a light, cabin light, which does not seem to be working right now. And let's check the visors. Here we have a mirror but no light or a receipt holder that is adjustable too. We have a handle on the co-driver side. Coming to the driver side, we have a visor with no mirror or any light, but we have a ticket holder. Now let's come to the dashboard of the vehicle. So the fun fact over here happens to be it is different. So normally you get to see the instrument cluster on the driver's side, but here it is completely different. That is, the instrument cluster is kept in the center, as you may see in cars like the Toyota Etios. So here in the center we have an big speedometer along with the odometer in the center, which is showing the total trip as well as trip A. And on the right side here we have the temperature gauge. Over here it says Vista, and you can browse through it by clicking this button over here. On the left side we have the fuel gauge. Over here we have two AC vents which can be controlled, and this over here happens to be the stereo system. And back in those days there were no much screens in cars. Over here we have some storage space. This happens to be the hazard light switch. This part over here, the center part that is finished in beige, and this here is the air conditioning controls. No automatic air conditioning as such. Here we have a small storage compartment along with a 12-volt charging socket. Here we have two cup holders, and this happens to be the 5-speed manual transmission of the vehicle. And here too we have some storage space along with the handbrake given over here. This over here is finished in sort of silver color. So there are a lot of storage options in this car. And now let's check the glove box of the vehicle. So it's not lockable as such, it can be opened, and in fact it is really massive. Looks like the glove box of the Altros, which is really deep. And here we have another compartment, like you can keep any notebook or anything. And here we have a separate pen compartment too, so that you can keep your pen without losing it anywhere inside. Now let's close it. I must admit it is really deep, and the dashboard is decent quality. Obviously hard plastics on top, you do expect it. And we have a AC vent on that side, that is the speaker over there. And the dashboard is based on two color tone theme, or the dual tone theme, that is black on top and beige below. So seems like we have covered almost every feature in this car. So there are not many features as such. There are features, but it is given in a very nice way, which is useful for everybody. So now let's start the vehicle. As I'm under 18 years of age, I can't drive the vehicle, unfortunately or fortunately. That doesn't mean it is over. I'm going to start the vehicle. Now let's start the vehicle. That's into ignition, and the vehicle isn't starting. The battery seems fine, and there you go, it rose to life. So the trick here happens to be that you have to press the clutch while starting the vehicle. So that is kind of a safety mechanism over here. So it is something similar like modern cars have, that is only when you press the brake will the vehicle start. So we have the same feature over here, but as it is a manual car, we have to press the clutch. Isn't it a safety feature that is offered back in the days? Really nice. That's all about the Tata Indica Vista. It's a really great hatch with proper comfort and features. So I think this is the right size for a hatchback. Unlike modern cars, which have the size of a matchbox or a scale model, I think car manufacturers should release cars or launch cars with the size of this, along with the comfort levels of this car, because the Indian market requires comfort and not sunroofs or any modern features like that. And of course, one main thing, mileage. So it's a really great car, and I have to thank one special person, Natation uncle, who gave me this car, because I was looking forward from a long time to review this car, as Tata Motors has discontinued it and it is not available in the market right now. So I hope car manufacturers will launch more cars like this with a good design and proper space this car has. So with that hope, it's time to end this video. If you like it, make sure to click the like button, share it with everyone out there, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you don't want to miss these kind of videos, make sure you click that bell icon too. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in another review. Bye.